Hi everyone, I would like you to welcome to my channel. I'm talking about how characters deliver dramatic speech on the stage. This is the concern with drama as a genre of literature and the literary devices used in drama. Here I'm going to talk about soliloquy, aside, dialogue, and monologue. First of all, let us talk about soliloquy. This is the term from Latin, and in Latin, soliloquy refers to speak alone or alone speak. It means there is not another person to have conversation or to make a dialogue with. So, let a soliloquy is a lengthy speech in which a character, usually alone on stage, expresses his or her thoughts and feelings, often directly to the audience. It is a well established theatrical convention. It resembles extended aside. In early Elizabethan drama, it was often expository or informative about a character's attention. Later soliloquies begin to reveal inner dialogic dilemma and disturbed mental states, like the title character Hamlet does in Shakespeare's tragedy of Hamlet. Moreover, soliloquy is an effective device for attracting the sympathy of the audience, particularly so if the hero is a villain like Richard III or Macbeth in Shakespeare's drama. This form of speech is common in poetic plays which flourished in Elizabethan period. Examples of soliloquy can be found in plays for a period of few hundred years, from the Middle Ages through Elizabethan England and up until the late 18th century when realism became popular. Examples of soliloquy. There are so many examples of soliloquy in drama, but I have quoted here two soliloquies from two different dramatists. One is from William Shakespeare's tragedy of Hamlet, another is from the Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. So you can have a look on these slides yourself. So the famous soliloquy of Hamlet, to be or not to be the question. And here, this is very popular soliloquy in literature. And let us talk about aside. Aside is a brief remark made by the character in the presence of other characters, revealing his or her thoughts or feelings to the audience or spectators. It is unheard by the fellow characters but understood by the audience. It means here the character is speaking, the fellow characters don't care what is happening, but audience or spectators know what's going on inside his or her mind. So we know the characters' mental thoughts in aside. And aside is similar to a soliloquy in that they, aside and soliloquy, are both delivered directly to the audience without any other characters on stage overhearing or listening. Character is speaking on the stage, but fellow characters are not listening. Audience or spectators know what's going on, but it just happens in the mind of the character who is speaking alone here. Who is speaking alone. However, an aside is usually a very short observation on the part of the person saying it rather than a long speech, as is the case with soliloquies. So, aside is not longer speech, it's very short. In nutshell, Aside is a dramatic device in which a character expresses his or her thoughts in a few words or a passage which is short that the other characters on the stage cannot hear. So other characters cannot hear, but the character who is speaking is overheard by the audience or the spectator. That's about aside. Let's talk about dialogue. Dialogue is very popular device, dramatic device, literary term used in drama, as in other forms of literature. It's a literary genre in which characters discuss a subject at length. It is the conventional technique playwrights use to give the audience information about the setting, the time, the characters, and the action in a play. Dialogue has two major functions in drama. What could they be? The first one, it contributes to the telling of the story. It contributes for the narration of the story here. It reveals the character's inner thoughts and feelings. So what type of character you are meeting here on the stage? So this dialogue reveals these two things. Dialogue is an essential storytelling device in drama. It is also important in creating character, how the characters are created, and what conversation or speech does the dramatist want to speak through the mouth of character. Whether that character is title character or principal character or confident or minor character, whatever the character is, understanding of the character's mind, understanding of the type of character, understanding about the role of character is possible through the dialogue that the dramatist gets the characters to speak through, to have conversation with others. The audience should be able to draw conclusion over the character's personality and background. That could be social, economic, and cultural. These backgrounds by listening attentively to how he speaks and what he or she says. So, from the speech, how the body language and we can understand the character from the dialogue of the characters. We can understand the type of character who is speaking here through his or her dialogue. After discussing about dialogue, let's talk about monologue. It's solo speech. It's not conversation with another character. It's a character speaking alone to an audience in the play. In fact, it is relatively long, uninterrupted speech by a character. It is a speech presented by a single character, most often to express their mental thoughts aloud, as Iago's explanations to the audience in Othello of what he is going to do is a typical example in drama. We can trace what is going to happen. That is very typical example from Shakespeare's tragedy of Othello, the Moor of Venice. Monologue is similar to a soliloquy. It serves the same purpose. However, it is usually shorter and takes place in the presence of other characters on stage who hear what is being said. So, it is a point to be noted. In soliloquy, the fellow characters do not listen, only the audience listen. But here, monologue is overheard by the fellow characters on the stage. So that Brutus is an honorable man by Mark Antony's monologue in Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar is one of the famous monologue in drama. It must be remembered that a monologue speaks at people, not with people. Must be remembered that a monologue speaks to the people, not with people. It can be anywhere for monologue to appear at any part of the story, at the beginning or at the end, but it can occur, it can be used as a stagecraft anywhere in the drama. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.